Did you have impressions of Pittsburgh? Have you been able to look around and just come straight to the arena? Or?
Pretty much straight to the rink. I just came in last night, so just had a quick chance to look around a little bit, and it's obviously a pretty cool facility for sure. So I'm definitely getting pretty excited about it.
Brandon, you had a month to kind of digest the trade. I got the sense at the time you were maybe in a little bit of shock when it happened, but now that you've had some time to really think about the situation that you have here, do you have a pretty optimistic point of view?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really looking forward to it. I think at first it's tough. It's the first time I've been traded. And, I was at a place where I was comfortable, and it's a whole new feel now. So at first it's kind of takes you back, and it's a little disappointing, but. Now you start thinking about it and you move on, and I'm definitely getting excited. I think once I meet the guys and start skating and stuff like that, it'll be awesome. So, like I said, I'm getting really, really pumped about it.
Have you had contact or heard from any of the Penguins players, or heard anything from them about?
Yeah, I've talked to a few guys. I guess I had a chance to meet Cookie just now, and talked to a few guys on the phone and text messages and stuff like that. So everyone's been really welcoming, and even Ray and all the staff have been great too. So I'm looking forward to meeting them all, and just trying to kind of get my feet down and kind of feel my way around a little bit.
What did they tell you about the team? Did they talk about whether it's the chemistry on the team, or the flavor of the team, or the talent here? What did they tell you?
Well, I think it's no secret they got a pretty special group, and now I feel like that's I'm part of that now, and that's exciting. So. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I've had to play against this team enough. I think it's nice to be on the other side of it now.
Brandon, Dan Bilesma has a reputation for being a real players coach, and he uses a style that players usually like, an aggressive, offensive-oriented style. What are your thoughts on him and just the system that is in place here?
Well, it's one that's working pretty good for him. Like I said, they've been a good team for a few years now, and they're consistent every year. So, I haven't had a chance to meet him yet, but. Talked to him on the phone, and he seems very optimistic about it. And you get excited talking to him, and the system obviously is an aggressive one. That's fun. That's the way you want to play, and you want to go after teams and try to create stuff. And I'm looking forward to that.
Have you taken the dive into watching tapes of that, or are you pretty familiar with it, having played against it?
Yeah, I just playing against it. Haven't really done anything technical yet. I think I'll wait for training camp and stuff like that. Just trying to get comfortable, and once you get on the ice and start skating with the guys, it'll start to feel like home again. And I'm really getting anxious for that.
When you look at the depth this team has, particularly at center, and you look at the two guys who play center on the first two lines, do you catch yourself wondering at all about maybe playing a few more third-line defensive pairings than you were in Carolina, and maybe a few more offensive opportunities for you in that regard?
Well, I think where I was before, I didn't. I like my role there, and I feel it's going to be kind of similar here. But I think at the same time, there was times there where I really didn't get much opportunity offensively at all. So there was no power play, no nothing ever. So which is fine if you're winning, but when you're not winning, it's that's kind of frustrating, I guess. But I'm just looking forward to playing what they want me to do, and I know what my role is going to be. And like I said, I haven't had a chance to talk with Dan about that yet, but I think it's pretty clear what I'm going to be doing, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm really getting excited to see who I'm going to be playing with, and it should be a lot of fun.
Can you talk a little bit about your family name, and what does that? Do you have anything that carry over into your game? Do you feel a responsibility? Do you feel that people are looking at you for a certain thing out of you, or anything like that, especially the fans that go back to when your dad's generation played?
Well, I think everyone certainly makes it that way, but I think ever since I was drafted and going into it, and I think from day one I kind of said that I want to be my own player, and it doesn't matter what your name is, you got to go out there and do your job. So, but I definitely take pride in it. It's obviously kind of a cool scenario with what my dad and my uncles have done, and I just go play my game, and fortunately for me, I got a few guys to call if I ever have questions about anything. So that can make it easy too.
Yeah, an uncle who just won the cup. Were you ever at like a cup party or ever around the cup?
No, he actually just had it about 2 days ago. I was on my way down here, but I had a buddy who won it too, so they're rubbing it in pretty good. So hopefully soon I can rub it back at them.
What advantage did you think you have having a dad as a coach? And he talked about how smart a player you are. Maybe he's a little prejudiced, but he told us that when we were in Calgary, that he thought you were the smartest player he ever coached, which is pretty high praise.
Yeah. Well, first of all, having him as a coach was actually really good. I think when I went to play junior there, I wasn't too sure how it was going to go, but ended up working really well, and I loved it. And he was a good coach, and I think he's, who knows what he'll do now, but I'm sure he'll be back in the business soon. But obviously, I think that's kind of one of my strength is just the intelligence on the ice, and I think I just want to be able to see the game and try and create stuff from that. So I guess that's obviously a good compliment for him to give to me for sure.
How much attention have you paid to free agency, particularly with the division the last few days? Rick Nash goes to New York. Shea
Yeah.
Weber doesn't go to Philadelphia. Just
Yeah, that was good. Well, I mean, same as every year, teams are trying to get better. And, I guess here there's a good group, and it's always been the toughest division in the league. I think with the Rangers and the Flyers and the Devils, and obviously that's even the Islanders now. I don't think there's any game this year where it's there's a pushover team anymore. It's every team's good. I know last year playing the Islanders, they beat us all 4 times, and they were 4 of the toughest games I think we played all year. So, and they're looked at as the weaker team. I don't think there is any anymore. I think everyone's pretty even, and that's why every night's such a battle.
speaking of divisions, there's probably going to be a little less travel in this division than the Southeast Division, especially with
Yeah, a
less
little bit,
trip to
yeah.
Winnipeg. Is that
Yeah,
okay
that
for you? Less time on a plane, less time on a bus, all that?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Obviously with the team in Winnipeg with the Southeast Division, a lot of travel, but I think in the East, no matter where you are, you're pretty much set for travel. And here is very central, so that works fine with me.
How much do you weigh now?
I'm right about 190 pounds. I've been there. I guess last year I was probably through the season 186, 187, and now I'm right around 190, 191. So trying to put it on, but probably the last 6-7 years that's been my struggle, and it doesn't come very easy for me. But I feel stronger, and I think that's most important.
Doesn't seem to be an issue with you. I mean, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
really, you guys were all, your uncles were not big guys, but they played big, right?
Yeah, no, I think even my dad, when he retired, he was only 5'11", but I think he was about 185 pounds, and that's the biggest he ever got. And I think back in the day, he was a big guy, so it's funny how the game's changed. And but yeah, I try and get bigger and whatever. But I think for me, I'm more worried about being quick and just trying to be strong.
Brian, where do you work out in the summer?
Back home, I live in Sylvan Lake. I work out in Red Deer, and all my family and friends are around there. So that's where I like to be.
So hang out with buddies that you grew up with and stuff like that?
Yeah, all the time. We got a pretty good group, actually. Some guys that are playing, a few guys that are in the minors that are working their way up, but a few buddies that are in the league. And, it makes it a lot of fun. We're all kind of on the same schedule. Work out in the morning, golf in the afternoon, so it's a good way to have it.
You think that sounds pretty much the same as it was when your dad and his uncle and your uncles were growing up? What do you think?
Yeah, I
you
can
have the same kind
imagine.
of summers that they had there?
I can imagine. Yeah, I bet the 7 of them together was probably a lot of trouble, but I try and keep it probably a little bit safer than they did.
Your grandma's still alive? Right?
Yeah, Grandma Sutter is she's still back home on the farm, and then my other grandparents are in my hometown, so they're still kicking, and they're still awesome to see them around. So they're great.
What happened in Sylvan Lake? Wasn't there some event there or something that happened, like or natural event, like a flood or something?
That's Slave Lake.
Slave Lake.
Yeah, that's a few.
Staggy, get it together.
That's a few hours north. They had a huge fire. It kind of burnt the whole town, but that was that was a
I'm sure I
different.
got it right.
Yeah, no, different
There's only
spot.
5,000
So
lakes.
yeah, different one.
You drove down, right?
I drove from Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I flew down to Carolina, and then I had a vehicle down there. So I loaded up all my stuff and squished it into my vehicle and drove it up here. So thankfully, I was still renting all my furniture and stuff. So I just had to rid of my clothes and all my stuff, and now I got to look for a place to go.
So you pretty much have to find a place to put it before you leave Pittsburgh. Then you're looking for some place.
Yeah, I'm only here a couple days, but I'm gonna look around and see if I can find a place right away. If not, then find a place that I can get into in a month's time. So we'll see how it goes.
You got 2 more years left on your deal. You'll be an RFA after that. Are you kind of resigned to the fact you'll probably be here for quite a few years? And
Well, yeah, I mean, so
is a
far I like
temporary
it.
thing.
So, I think we'll worry about that when the time comes. But I think right now I'm worried about just getting settled and getting comfortable here. And no one wants to be traded. That's the a tough thing to go through. It doesn't matter who you are. So, but once you get past it and get excited about it, it's kind of funny how your mind changes, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You pay much attention to the negotiations between the league and the PA?
I tried to, yeah. I think I had been to meetings 2 summers ago, and I kind of know a little bit about how it all works and stuff like that. It's there's a lot of stuff involved with it, and I'm trying to kind of learn a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to see. I don't think anyone really liked the proposal that we got, but they'll work at it, and I think that was kind of expected. So hopefully we start on time, and if we do, that'd be great, because I'm getting anxious to get going here.
Thanks.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thanks, Brandon.